Good morning everyone, or good afternoon or good evening, depending when you are accessing this video. Welcome to Pilates 2. I hope you enjoyed or did Pilates 1. If you didn't, it'll still be there to access whenever you want it. Okay, so hopefully you're in comfortable clothes, shoes or socks that won't slip, probably not shoes for Pilates. Alright, so standing feet hip width apart, lengthening through the body, lifting the rib cage away from the hips. Rolling the shoulders, so we set the shoulders, sliding shoulder blades towards the spine. I want you to bring one hand out to the side, palm up in line with your shoulder. So this is a side bend and sweep, so side bend, reaching those fingertips away from the body and sweep over towards. Draw everything back to center, side bend, reach away and sweep. So let's think about the breathing now. Breathe in here and out. You'll feel the waist engaging on both sides as you reach away and stretch. One more this side. Try and keep that arm level. And draw that arm down. Palm out. Reach the other side. Side bend. Reach away. Inhale. Remember to center every time before you start again. Breathe down, reach away. Remember the 3 moves. Side bend, stretch that arm away and reach. And one more. Palm and draw it back to center. Okay, just release the legs a little wider now. We're going to pivot and swing. Notice the pivot of the foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice soft shoulders. For that lovely stretch. Two more. That's 1. Pivot the foot. And that's 2. Well done. Okay. So now we're going to do an arm swing into a squat. So we'll just start gently, like so. We're going to bring a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Hamstrings, muscles at the back of your thighs. Here, slide the hips back so the knees do not go over your toes. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so we're going to change this slightly. So we're going to do the arm swing, come into the squat, drop the head and lengthen the legs here. So when you push up, you've got to squeeze through the buttocks and the back of the legs. I'll show you that from the side. So we do the swing down into the squat, drop the head, lengthen the legs, and push the hips forward, squeezing up. Here we go. Relax the neck and draw it up with the spine. Breathing in at the top of the move, breathing out at the bottom. relax, well done. Arms above the head, circles. So make sure you can't see your hands. When you're looking forward, you can't see your hands. This just wakes up all of the waist, muscles in the core, the back. One more. Okay, so we were warming up the hamstrings then. Now let's just do a little bit of a lift. Straight leg lift. So find your balance here, core engaged. Now as the leg lowers, palms up, breathe in, breathe out. So there's a little crunch in the waist. Control the lowering phase of that leg. Palms up, lift, lift. Two more, 1, 2, well done. Okay, just bouncing onto the heel, onto the toe here. And let's change it to the other side. Lift. So feel that little pull in the back of the leg there. Palms up, palms up. The out breath does help to engage the deep abdominal muscles. Two more. Well done, just a little bounce there that releases the leg. Okay, go back to the original leg and we're going to lift and we're going to swing it out the side and across the body, keeping the hips still as we can. So here's the lift, swing out, back to the lift, swing across, back to the lift, out, back to the lift, across, up, out, up, across. So feel that belly button drawing into the spine to try and control this wobble. One more across, up and relax. Well done. Okay, so other side. Always centre, find your balance first. Never rush into the next move. Okay, lift, out, lift, across. So focusing on not twisting your hips. Remember the lift every time. Last time across. And release. Well done. Okay, so whenever you've been holding steady with those hips, they're going to feel a little tight, so let's release. Nice circles. Always a little squeeze the buttocks as you come forward, and then release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Other way. Squeeze, release. So really loosening the hips here. Upper body nice and relaxed. Okay, so we're going to try and do, we're not going to try, we're going to really definitely do some lunges with a little bit of balance. So, I'm going to give you two moves and I want you to put them together. So watch carefully the difference. The first is a reverse lunge. Step back, foot in line with hip, drop down. Okay, come back. The second one is called a split squat. And the only difference is that leg is straight. So let's put those together now. Lunge, split squat, knee over ankle every time. Let's do 3 more. See how wobbly it is when you don't get that foot in line with your hip. Last time round. Okay, well done. So now we're going to add a knee lift in between each move. We'll start with a lunge. Lunge. No higher than your hip here. Into your split squat. Knee lift. Into lunge. Into split squat. Whoops. It's fine to wobble. Happens to the best of us. It's the recovery that counts. I'm going to do this twice more. Nice bend, nice deep lunge. Really feel that hip flexor stretch there. And last one. Well done, everyone. Okay, so we're going to go to the other side. Keep that breathing nice and steady. So let's practice first. Hip width. There's the lunge. Well done. One more before we bring in the knee lift. Nice and low. Nice stretch the hip flexor. Okay, let's bring in the knee lift. Lunge. Knee lift. Split squat. Knee lift. Take your time, go at your pace. Last one. Well done, everyone. Okay. So we're going to prepare for a more difficult move. Only because it takes a little bit of flexibility. So let's get properly warmed up for it. So I want you to take your feet not quite into plie, but feet definitely turned out, a little wider than your normal squat. Okay, so from here we're just going to come down and up. No weight in your hands, just sliding them down. So it's not deep. Now drop the hands behind. Hold the next one down and lean. One more each side. Up. Now this time come down and reach across to the opposite side. Inhale, exhale, slide those hips back. Now I want you to do a really big rotation here. Once more. Now stack the hands, drop down, chest is up. Now slide the hips back, chest forward, up and rise. Slide into your squat, slide the hips back, forward, up, down. Slide the hips back, forward and up. Okay, we're ready now. It's elbow to opposite knee in the squat. So, hands just behind the ears. You don't have to touch the head. You can have a little bit of a gap there, so you've got a bit more maneuverability without moving the head. All right, let's come down on the inhale. Exhale, rotate and drop forward, elbow to knee. One more, we're going to release. And up, we're going to go again. We've got 2 more sets. Inhaling. Now the last one, I want you to challenge yourself. Try and take your squat a little bit lower if you can. Your elbows will be nearer your knees, so it's actually not more difficult other than holding this position. And relax. Well done. Okay, so you're going to need your mat next, or your towel, or whatever it is you're using, or nothing if you don't have one. Okay. Now you must all have a towel, but I'm thinking you may decide you don't need one, is what I meant. Okay, alright, so we're going to come into a walk out into plank now, okay? Warms up the shoulders, gets the core nice and strong. So let's roll down first. You can soften the knees as much as you like. You want to get those hands flat, nice and fast. You don't want to be walking out on your fingertips. Now bring the hands underneath those shoulders. There's your plank position. Plank up, walk the hands back. Keep those legs as straight as you can. We have done some work warming up the hamstrings, but I understand that some of you have tight hamstrings. So those bent knee people, you can bend a little bit, just feel the stretch. Or take your feet wider, that's another trick. Hands under shoulders, hold that strong position. Pike up. Drop the head, uncurl. Last time we're going to do this because we're going to stay down this time. Flatten those hands. Find that plank position nice and strong. And now drop the knees and walk your hands back a little bit. So we're in 4-point kneeling now. Knees are hip width apart, hands under shoulders. Okay, engage that core, feel strong. Now I want you to pretend you're a cat and just pedal here. Pedal, pedal. Keep pedaling. I'll show you from this angle. So you are really focusing on the shoulders here, shoulder blades especially. Pedal here. You want to keep the hips nice and still, focusing on the hips. Don't let them slide back towards the heels. You should feel the tummy muscles really working hard to keep you in position. Keep doing that while I change my position so I can show you the next thing we're going to do. Okay, pause the pedaling. Alright, curl your toes under. Engage the core. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to raise the knees a few inches off the floor. So head in line, inhale. Exhale, just a few inches or even centimetres. And down, pedal twice. Exhale, knees lift. Pedal twice. Really controlling the hips, make sure they stay level when you lift. This one I want you to hold. I'm going to count you down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, well done. And just come into child's pose. And relax. Okay, I want you to do a cat stretch now. So a cat stretch means ribs come towards hips. Think about that gap getting smaller as you arch the spine. Draw belly button into spine. And now come back to neutral. Breathing out here. This is great for spine flexibility. vertebrae stretching as you arch. 2 more. One more. And relax. So just release those wrists. Anyway, some people just want to shake them. Some people like to do the figure of 8. Whatever you find works for you is fine with me. Okay, we're going to come into the scissor exercise now. So there are different levels of the scissor. So we're going to go right from the basic to the advanced, and you can stay at whichever level you feel most comfortable. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, roll down onto your mat. Focus on that neutral spine. So let's do a couple of spinal imprints first of all. So inhale here. Exhale, imprint the spine into the mat. So you flatten that lower back. And then as you inhale, just release into your normal position. See the pelvic tilt there as you breathe out. Well done. So there's no need to do the imprint when you are raising your legs. However you do want to keep a neutral spine, so it's helping you to find the middle ground between those 2 positions. All right, so inhale and exhale, 1 knee up to tabletop, knee over hip, foot, lower leg parallel to the floor. Exhale the other leg up. Okay, so now we have our tabletop position. From here, I want you to extend 1 leg. Draw it up. All right, now this, as you can see, is quite stressful on the lower abdominals because I'm not releasing the work by keeping the knee over the hip. So now I'm going to make this a little easier. As I extend this leg, I'm going to draw this one in and pull it twice. 1, 2. And now I'm switching. So now I'm focusing on getting the leg lower, just above the floor. Gentle pull. And draw knees to chest and rest. So we're going to add a little bit more work by raising the upper body. We're going to peel the spine off the mat. So inhale, exhale. So I'm looking just between my knees, so I have that little gap here. Choose your leg, draw in for 2. Breathing out. Inhale. One more time each side. Well done, everyone. Don't let that back lower down until now. Excellent. Okay, so let's add a little bit more work to this. So this time we're going to extend 1 leg. And we're going to give this leg the pull. Okay? So pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. So it's the switch that's keeping it just below the advanced level. So remember the levels we've gone to so far, so you can stay at whichever one you want. Doesn't matter if there's a little bend, I know there is in my leg. I'm feeling so cool. Let's do that one more each side. And now just relax down. A little rocking here, because we're going to try the advanced level. Now remember, if you find that's enough for you, then you can either remain resting or you can go back to one of those levels. Okay, and it's fine to keep your head down if you need to. So, let's prepare, roll up. 1 leg up. Now the legs don't bend, that's the trick with this one. And I'm reaching as close towards my ankle as I can. switch. So this is the advanced scissors. I'm going to do one more each side. Knees in. Well done. Always best to rest rather than lose your form and perform some bad ones. Okay, let's do another set. Choose your level. Breathe out as you pull. One more each side. Draw both legs up, knees in, and relax. Now let's have a full body stretch, and this will really make your muscles lovely and long. Not no longer than when you came in the room, but they'll just stretch and feel nice. Knees to chest or rock up to sitting. Okay, so if you want to grab a drink, please grab one now. You can always pause me, or I'll take a few moments to adjust a few things. I'm going to have a drink in a minute. Okay, so we're going to move into the 100s. It's a very classic Pilates exercise. And some of the work comes from the upper body. Of course, it's in the abdominals as well. So let's just do a little practice. So knees bent, so we're nice and relaxed. Now with the 100, that's the number of pumps of the arms you do, and it goes in sets of 10. So I'll explain. 5 counts for the breath out and 5 counts for the breath in. Some people like to turn their palms up for the breath in or out and then down so they don't get confused, okay? I might try and do that. Sometimes that confuses me more, but we shall see. All right, so let's just practice engaging the abdominals and getting this pump movement going from the shoulder. No flapping allowed, okay? I can't see the flapping today, but I suspect it might be happening in a minute. So I'll say no flapping every now and again. So curl the spine. Out through the mouth, in through the nose. Last time. Okay, so hopefully you've understood that movement. So we're going to go down to the mat now, and I'm going to show you the different levels that we can do with the legs. So the angle of the legs will determine how difficult this is, okay? So if you do 10 sets, that's 100, okay? I might well lose count, so try and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 2. So if you see what I'm saying. All right, okay, so I suggest you don't watch me, you get on with your own once you've worked out how you're going to do it. All right, so palms facing the floor, all right? So start like so. Now you can do it with your knees in, okay? So that would look like this. If you need to, you can keep your head down or put your head down during the exercise, okay? Next one, that's the next level. And the next level would be a little lower, okay? If you find your back arches, so for me, that's too much stress on my lower back, so I'm going to be about here, okay? All right, so without further ado, let's get on with this 100 and see how we go. If you don't manage the 100, don't worry. If I end up doing 200, then just give up when you know I've gone past. Okay, I'm not going to be doing that. Here we go, let's roll up. Find your position, knees in, head down, head up, legs up, or legs to here. Here we go. I'm halfway, I hope you're not flapping, that you're still pumping from the shoulders. I've got 3 more to go. Focus on your lower back, make sure you're doing your breathing correctly. I'm on my last one now, keep going if you've not got to 100. And then draw knees into chest. Pause for a moment, give yourself a moment. Well done. We will be revisiting that in the next few sessions, so if you were knees in or head down, we will progress up from that. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of work on the obliques now, and we're going to do the side bend. Now we're going to start with a nice basic side bend. So sitting nice and tall, lifting waist away from mat here, so not like that, okay? That's like a board, like I used to be at school, a bit bored. Okay, all right, so hand in line with hip. And all we're going to do is turn the palm up and lift and down. Okay, so inhale, exhale. You can do this on the elbow if you have wrist problems, okay? So you can pop the elbow down onto the mat. Just make sure it stays under your shoulder, just like your hand is. One more. Okay, well done. All right, so now I want you to just extend that leg a little bit. Sorry, and bring the foot here. So notice how my heel is just in front of my ankle there. Okay, I'm going to leave this leg on the floor. Palm up. So you see the difference? I now have this gap between the knees and my feet are in position. So make sure you don't push your hips back. Squeeze your bottom, squeeze the buttocks, and that way the hips won't push back. Let's do 3 more like this. Last one. Careful of that lowering phase, don't bash down on that mat. Alright, extend that leg and just draw circles with that elbow to release your shoulder. So that's a level that we just did then that you can stay at for this. If you want the next level, then I'll show you what it's going to look like. I'm going to take this leg off the floor by straightening it. Okay. And you can do it too. Oh yes you can. Here we go. So straighten that leg and extend over. Down. Knee comes down. But we still have this gap. Okay. So the weight goes into this foot and on the side of that foot. And down. 3 more of these, whichever level you want. You can rest your shoulder in between if you need. As you can see, the balance is one of the things. I didn't really engage my core very well then. See the difference when you engage properly? And one more. And relax. Knees just bent and relaxed. Sort that shoulder out. And let's go on to our backs, everybody. Okay, so we did a knee roll in the last video. Don't worry if you didn't see it. It looked like this. We were inhaling here, exhaling here. So again, this is oblique work, but we're going to add something this time. So we're going to roll to the side. Roll back to centre. Back to the same side. Now I am rolling towards the side that I was really working in that exercise. So I was on my left side, my left arm was on the mat. So I'm now rolling to my left. Remember, inhale, exhale. Try not to grip the carpet or the floor. Get those legs as straight as you can. You'll notice as you kick the legs that your socks may have twisted. So if they have, quick change, quick check there. These have made mine slightly worse. Exhale. We've got one more to do. Well done, everyone. And knees into chest. Pause for a moment, and then we're going to rock up and turn over to the other side. So let's start with that basic side bend. Palm up. Remember, this is the level you can stay at. If you find this difficult, it's a great level. You're working really hard. Only if you find this easy and manageable should you challenge yourself to the next level, and so on. 2 more like this. 1 more. Okay, just lower that leg slightly towards the end of the mat, and now the foot comes in front of the ankle. So I've pushed my leg slightly forward. So if you just check the level of me on the mat. So this leg's going to stay on the floor. One more before we release that shoulder. Well done. Circles with the elbow, remember. Okay, so now's the time to decide which level are you going to be at. So the full level is the extension of this leg. Everyone's different on both sides. This will either be easier or more difficult on this side for you. Let's see. Inhale. Exhale here. Lower down, control. I hope you're challenging yourselves out there. Remember, if we were in class, I'd be marvelling at your efforts as I go around the room and teasing those of you who are having a little bit of time off. 1 more, everyone. Well done. So again, release that shoulder. Then we're going to roll to our backs and do that side knee roll with a leg extension onto the other side. So I'm on my right now, working on my right. Knees into chest. Inhale, exhale. Remember to focus on the hands, or rather don't focus on the hands. Make sure you're not gripping with them. You want the tummy muscles to do the work, so that's where your focus should be. Don't have your arms too high, your shoulders will be stressed. Last 2, everyone. Last 1. And just take a moment and really sort your socks out properly. That's better. Okay, rock yourselves up, and let's just release those abdominals, or the obliques, should I say. They're the ones we've been working. And we're going to come to standing now. So take your time. I always come up with head last, and I'm going to move the mat out of the way. I'm grabbing a quick drink. Okay, so we started off today, whatever day it might be, where you are, by a little bit of stretch for the hamstrings. Now I'm going to do some work so that we don't end up what we call quad dominant, so stronger here than here. Cyclists are notoriously quad dominant, which can cause all sorts of issues in hip flexors, lower back. So we're going to do a little bit of work for the hamstrings. Okay, so it's also the buttocks here, but I'm going to particularly work with the foot out today, okay? So you're going to start aligned, Then roll that heel in. Balance here to counterbalance as the leg goes back. Up, up. So my big toe is touching the floor. Little ones, squeeze. Not about the height, it's about the effort here. Really tighten here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, turn round. All right, now we're going to keep the knees a little bit soft. We're going to roll down and then push the hips forward. So roll down, little bend here, but not a squat. Squeezing through here. Soften, squeeze. So quite quick on the way up. Slow down, quick on the way up. 4 more. One more. Well done. Okay, that same leg. We're not going to turn the toe out this time. Okay, we're going to lift. Now hold the balance. Pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now this time you need to flex your foot. Draw toes towards knees. Lift. Pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. So, don't worry if you have to put your foot down, that's fine. Now let's just do the foot out, the foot in. 6 of each. And we'll change to the side. Here we go. Foot out first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flex the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. Let's go back to those roll downs using the hamstrings, a little bit like a deadlift. This time my feet are wider, so arms come down the side and squeeze. A little bend in the knees and squeeze. Two more. So I'm squeezing here, not in my knees. Well done. Okay, other side. Foot back. Turn the heel out. I mean the toe out, the heel comes in. Up.
My lungs are black, my heart is pure.
Squeeze.
My hands are scarred from nights before.
All right, so let's turn the foot around. Focus on your balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's flex the foot. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay. Knees slightly wider. Soften down. Squeeze. One more. Okay, here we go with the 6 of each. So start with the toe turned out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flex the foot, lead with the heel. 3, 2, 1. Well done everyone. Okay, so you should feel quite a little bit of work having gone on through there now. So, what I want you to do now is a lovely stretch for these hamstrings. Take the arm up. This front leg stays nice and straight. And bring the other hand to reach it. So your hands are together. Relax your neck. Now bend that knee and uncurl. Well done. Change to the other side. Bend the knee and uncurl. Well done. Grab your mat or come to sitting on the floor for a moment. Stack your knees. If you find this too difficult, just keep this leg extended out in front of you. Bring the opposite arm across. Feeling this right through the outside of the hip there. And release. Stack your knees. Swing them to the other side. The foot needs to come comfortably above the knee. If it can't come above the knee, then extend this leg. So a little bit of a tummy stretch now. Hands wide of your shoulders, all the way down. Now hands close to your chest, relax your feet. I want you to curl your toes under now. Feel that tummy stretch, come into your plank position. This is how we started today. Hips up. Heels down, find your downward facing dog. And then release the heels so you can comfortably walk your hands back along the mat and uncurl. If the music hadn't run out, it wouldn't feel like a proper test fit class, would it? Well done, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Have a good one, and I shall look forward to seeing you for Pilates 3, which will be next week. Thank you very much, and well done.